Hello, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. So I'm here, Xtina, to tell you a story about 2015. So I'm just going to give it a sec. I've got my notes here because I'm very scatterbrained. I don't want to ramble. Hey, Kara, thanks for the hearts, for the love. Hey, Cynthia. Can you guys hear me okay? I tried to escape from Skylar. Hi, Tracy. Let me know if you can hear me okay in the comments, please. If I can see the comments. Aw, thank you. Okay, so let me tell you a story about 2015. And before that, and after that, and since. Thanks for the love. Okay, so if you jump on live with me, please say hello so that I can say hi back. And here we go. So, suicidal ideation, postpartum depression, isolation. Those are things that I felt after the bliss of my son's birth. I wanted to sleep all the time. I was fatigued, I was angry, I was bitter, I was irritated constantly, and I just wanted the darkness to end. And then there was a light, and her name was Kara. Someone who was sharing tools that were helping her and inviting others to join her because she had been through much worse than I. She had been through a different thing, she has a different story. We all have such different stories to overcome. And she found ways to better cope with her grief. And I was like, yes, please, I need a solution. I am desperate. Your heart, my heart. Oh, I'm trying not to cry. Thank you, Energize, for the focus. She had ways to, hi, Julianne. She found ways to cope with her grief, and I was like, I need that. I'm desperate for a solution to get me out of this dark place because I was unmotivated, uninterested, and pushing people away. I didn't ask for help. I always struggled with that throughout my life, asking for help. I didn't participate a lot in class. I was very shy and anxious and not a people person, avoiding eye contact. And this foundation that Kara talked about earlier has actually allowed me to grow so much as a person that I have become comfortable with interaction and socialization with anybody, become much more of a people person, and it pulled me out of a healthy coping mechanism that pulled me out of that darkness. So thank you for the light. And that started with, of course, a challenge pack where I was like, okay, I am so uncoordinated, but if I can do what she's doing and follow that example, use the community and the accountability, I didn't feel alone anymore. And I overcame postpartum depression on my own I wasn't on my own because I had this community. I had this challenge group. I had the fitness trainers, and I had a fit family behind me, supporting me. And I started to open my eyes and my mind and see all of the good and see all of the light. And when I found my people, I found myself. So, because I was connected to like the solution for every problem that I had, not ever doing anything, trying anything new, not ever stepping out of my comfort zone, from going there to leaping out of my comfort zone. And it all started with home workouts and nutrition. I was always a more healthy person, but when I was suffering through postpartum depression, the darkness as I call it, I was binge eating, emotional eating, I was breastfeeding, and I was struggling with the attachment of breastfeeding. And I was just eating anything and everything that was handy and quick, and I wasn't prepping my meals, and I wasn't planning, I was just grabbing. And I just wanted to sleep the days away. And I felt, I felt like when I completed my first round of the program, I was like, okay, I can do this. I've committed to 21 days. I can do this again. And I ended up doing it about 5 times, and I had an amazing, amazing transformation. I had amazing results. Not the transformation that I posted about 15, 20 minutes ago, but I mean, that took about 3 years to get there. And I didn't deprive myself of anything. I do follow more of a strict eating preference habit because of my sensitivities, my intolerances. My gut health has significantly improved. I went from being TMI, constipated all the time, like people pooping was like a foreign concept to me, and I had so many gut stomach pains and issues, and then I started all of this clean eating and portion control, and I just avoided the things that weren't fueling my body or nourishing my mind, because there were certain things that like sugar that just weren't helping me in any way. And so I learned to treat myself without harming myself. So I've learned without a certificate, without a degree, without post-secondary education, because I never went to school. I said, okay, I'm going to work for a year and then I'll go to school. My parents said that if I lived with them, they'd pay my tuition, but then I moved out at like 18, as soon as I turned 18. Sorry, my cat is distracting me. So everything that I learned is based on my experience from this foundation that Kara talked about, this fitness and nutrition package. And it wasn't just workouts. It's still 3.5 years later. It's still not just fitness. It's mindset training and being able to practice cognitive behavioral therapy without a therapist, without I'm just reading Tracy's comment. But anyway, yeah, I'm so easily distracted. So Kara talked about courage, and so many things that she said through her story resonated with me so deeply, even though we have such very different stories. And Cynthia talked about kids and their eating habits. And Skylar, my son, he's 3.5, he'll be 4 in May, and he's eating like, he loves bell peppers, the sweet ones, and he loves like carrots and cucumbers, so he'll eat vegetables, no problem. He'll eat what I put in front of him. So he was eating brown rice, codfish, and vegetables tonight for supper, and I still like allow him to drink his milk. But anyway, I'm getting kind of off track, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys heard what Kara and Cynthia talked about earlier, because your results are really, really important to us. And if you want the results that we're getting, that we're trying to give to you, and help you with all that support, that bonus material that you don't get at the gym. Not saying that you can't go to the gym. I would love to escape to the gym more often. I have taken my home workouts with me to the gym, but it's a lot more convenient without that commute, without that drive there. In the time that you would take driving there, you can be doing it at home. So my question to you is, do you have a half an hour in your day where you're doing something like scrolling on social media? Or are you lying in bed at night awake, you can't sleep? Could you be using that time that you're scrolling tonight or in the morning, first thing, instead of doing it that first thing? Could you do a workout in the morning? Repeat after me down below. Yes, I can. If you have seen the photos in this group, just go to the photos section, and if there's something that has drawn your attention, go to it. Whether it's before you go to bed tonight or first thing in the morning. If you're going to lose sleep over something, do it now. If you want to sleep on it, do it in the morning. But I'm just asking you that you know that you can manage this if it's something that you need, if there's anything that is calling you towards the convenience and the community and the accountability. Because if I didn't have all of those things, I might not still be doing this nearly 4 years, 3.5 years later. So you have a story, you have your own story, and it all starts with consistency, and that leads to confidence, which brings you to momentum, and you just kind of you got to find your tool, your thing to fall in love with, because there are so many tools that we have that we're trying to help you grab and use in your own day-to-day, in your own life. So if you do find yourself scrolling on Facebook, just know that we have a challenge group where you can go and you can check in with the other ladies for inspiration and motivation and recipes and what have you, if you need that extra layer of accountability and support. And then you always have us. So your results, like I said, are really, really important to us. So if you if you just go to the photos and you see something, go to that post, and if you feel like it, if you're brave, if you want to feel brave, then go and comment on it and let your coach know what resonated with you in this group. The person who invited you obviously thinks the world of you and wants to help you out. The last thing I was going to say in my notes is that I was a very, very shy person who never tried new things, and just by committing to something and knowing that I could accomplish these fitness programs, and I've done so many different ones over the past 3 years. Yes, I can. Amen. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was always like afraid of heights and like all these things, and then I started actually hiking. So I have fallen in love with leaping out of my comfort zone and facing my fears, whereas I never would have done that for, like, my whole life. I didn't do anything dangerous or exciting or liberating. Not that hiking is always dangerous, but climbing the edge of the mountain was just the most amazing experience that I want to do that every day. So yeah, I think that's it. I feel so much gratitude for you ladies. Lulu, stop it. She is so desperate for love and attention lately. I don't know what's going on with her. Yeah, anyway, I think that was everything that I wanted to cover. I'm sorry if I went on too long. I appreciate you taking time out of your Wednesday night to catch up with us and the person who invited you to this group. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you. Have a great night.